new to Nogi, it's very easy when you're, not easy, no guard pass is easy, but like when you've got grips here, grips on the sleeve, it's easy to think about a setup and making contact with your partner. But when you want to make contact in Nogi, it's a little bit more difficult. What you don't want to do, there's a couple of big mistakes that people make. The first thing is obviously trying to like grab the head or do something like that, like here, which, you know, sometimes you might get away with in the gi because of the friction, where you can grip this sleeve, grip this collar, hold him there, and maybe finagle and work your way to a pass. But it's not going to happen for you. He's too slippy, and most of the time, we're talking like 99 times out of 100, he's going to take your back. So we're not going to go head hunting. Instead, what we're going to think about doing is establishing a little bit of grip around his feet and hips first. We're going to look to attack his hips. So I want you to think about passing the guard first from here to here. So not thinking about his upper body at all. Okay? We are going to do the over-under pass today. We are going to go through the upper body. We're going to do it in a good kind of way. So from here, second thing is bad posture. I've been accused of that all my life, but what I mean is when we're attacking from here, that we're kind of walking in and we're stepping in, either in here like really, really tall, or like almost off balance, like falling over. So you got to think about head over your hips, hips over your knees. Your head can lead slightly as long as your hands are leading ahead of it, like this. As long as you let your hands back here, your head leading, you're going to get like collar tied and snap down. So head over hips, hips over feet, and from here, we're ready to attack. Whether you stand square or you stand with one leg forward, doesn't matter. You're going to do pretty much the same thing. You can have both, and you can even change up your position. So, key to passing the guard is having a plan to pass before you start. So don't come up and say, hey, I wonder what he does, and then I'll react. You can do that when you're like better than your opponent, or you're quite experienced. From here, what we're going to do today is we're going to start with a shin cup. So what we're going to do is we're going to step in, but we're not just going to step our foot here. We're going to think about stepping like about far back here. Because what I want is that he's on his back. If he's up here like this, as soon as I step in, he's going to begin single leg attacks or shin to shin or whatever. Okay? Quick track, lift his feet, pass from here. That's also good. But today, let's do just this easy attack, right? From here, we want to hand fight first to make sure his hands can't block us. Because even if I go to step in now and he just kind of blocks his hand, stops me here, that can stop the pass before anything starts. So, hand fighting, I like to push his hands down so that when he lifts, that's going to be my step. And you see what happens when I step in. So, the idea is, go behind his thigh, but not just step here, go beyond it. That's to begin that spin. Okay? Hand fighting, good step in. Stop him on his back. Immediately what we're going to do now is put our hand to his hip, put our hand to his shin, and step up. And we're just going to pause here for now. Okay? So hand to his hip like you're doing CPR. Feel the palm of my hand here on his hip. Using my elbow inside here to block his knee. Put our hands on his knee or on his shin, do like this, and squatting over it. Okay? This is the only thing we're going to do for now, because I need to see this right. If you're finding your mobility, what you do, what I'm doing, is just stay on my toes and get down into this 100 squat here like this. I suggest yoga, but do the best you can. But what I don't want to see today is that you're putting your knees on the ground, or that you're sitting back, already falling back. So get as low as you can. Might not let you get all the way down, but you can work on it. That's something that's easily worked on while like watching TV. The squat position or something. From here, hand fighting. See that step? It's like a slap, right? Stepping really deep. Same side hand, going to the hip. Other side, that nice leg's going to follow you up. So we're going to cup it with our hand on the shin to keep his heel to his butt. From here, we're going to step over, bring him to the side, almost like he's in half guard. But we're going to keep our knee pointed so our belly's there. Right? Going to pause here and then work from there. Somebody was asking me last week about one of the things to do both sides. Should you practice one side then the other? I think it's a bit like trying to learn how to write with your left hand. So just focus on one side, do your good side, and then after that we'll figure out the bad side after that, right? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. The second best side. Bad side. what we're going to do. So step one, that's what knocks it back. Step two, bring him here. But can you see, guys, that I'm applying my knee sort of back towards him? I'm not here like this. Reason being, first of all, just kind of join his feet there. You see that? That's half guard. Or you can bring this knee up front, very easy. And from here, I'm kind of a bit off angle. Always falling away from people's face. This is more like a staging post. You're not going to pass the guard from here. What we're going to do is work into a hip switch. Actually, from here, we can do that. It's the over-under pass here like this. But really, what we can do, we're going to do later on is we're going to work on the fact that we can move to different positions from here. We're not committed just along this side. So from here, I'm going to use this. Sometimes I use my thumb on the inside of the knee, like in there. Okay, palm will be just as effective. And the elbow is doing a lot of work here for me. This is blocking the feet from coming together, and it's blocking that knee shield. So when he tries the knee shield now, I want him to be really struggling. I'll show you when he tries to force it later on. Okay, so can you see that? I'm not like this here. Okay, again, if I have Gi, pull the sleeve up and stuff like that. It's different here now. But when I'm here, yeah, this is what happens kind of a lot in Nogi. That's to go to my back. We struggle with that there. So when you come into this position, and it's going to be like really what we're going to focus on tonight. Using this elbow, whatever I have, I'm going to use. So hand on the hip here, keep yourself up, point the knee towards. Okay, do we have enough? All right. Now we are going to change the knee after this position. What we're going to do now is when he starts this hand fight here, we're going to wrap, take our underhook here like this. We're not going to go this way now, but remember we're going back and towards the feet. Whenever we do this, I'm going to catch his tricep, look it up off the mat, head on the side of my pass, and now I'll kick my feet towards his leg to complete. Okay? What you want is that your opponent is really trying to get the underhook here, pummel, drop. If he joins his feet together, it's not going to be a problem as long as your knee is through. Head on this side, pull up. From here, what we're going to do is even if your opponent now starts to bind his feet and really grab on, what you don't want to be doing is pulling your knee through this way, because that's like stuck. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. Instead, I kick my foot away and backwards, down towards his ankles before walking. Look at that leg again. When he shoots his underhook now, counter, head to the mat. He joins his feet here. If I pull through here now, my foot is stuck to the wedge. But if I kick this wedge away, do we have enough of that? Let's go. Pretty simple pass. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. So what we were saying about this position, when we get this position here, is that it's like adaptable. You know, you can move in different ways. You're very, very mobile. So even like we won't do this vertical pass today, but even if he decides like now he's going to try and bring his knees to his chest, trying to come up here and go, come out to one of our outside passes as well. So you're still quite mobile as you're on your feet. I think that's the big difference between passing Gi and passing Nogi. When you're passing Gi, even if you're talking about closed guards, you want to be like this. Okay? Hold yourself up here, sit down. This is what you're probably doing the Gi sometimes, particularly like, you know, relaxed. So I want you to see up in your toes, ready to rock up in your toes all the time. No matter how much your toes work, right? So they'll come good. So from here, hand on the hip, hand on the outside, and then knee here like this, right? So he really wants to get to his side here and try to bring his knee back in front. If he can successfully get back here, he gives me a new problem because he's gonna have a good knee shield then, and I'm gonna have to pass the guard there. Okay. So what I'm gonna do when I feel that he's gonna do that, he can't keep every door closed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my free hand here to go around his neck. I'll do it once sort of quick, and then do it after that, and then we're gonna back step with this leg. So as I'm going here and he's attacking now, I'm gonna go straight away. Quick switch. Straight on his neck and attacking the guillotine straight away. Okay, so we're gonna be like a threat as soon as we can. Actually, the camera, that's all. Let's do that slow. As he goes to his side here now, he goes up. He's starting to make space to come away. I'm going to use my top arm here, okay? My arm, my right arm in this case, because I'm going to the right side, is the one going to the neck. Sit to his head, rib cage to his head, and back step out. Immediately, I'm already catching the guillotine. Start moving back here like this. We're just going to hold the guillotine here now. We're not. We're just going to use it to pass the guard for a moment. Here, you finish it from here. Okay. For now, let's focus on the back step because I know the back step here will be what some people haven't seen. This leg must kick out. I'm going to show you a couple of tips on how to kick it out. Right. So when you go to the side, wrap over the top, hit your hip on the same hand as that hand here. Your rib cage to his neck, and from here, kick. Straight. Okay. Here, I asked this all the time. What was the name of the character who used to do that in Street Fighter 2?
Chun-Li.
Say again?
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li, was it? I think it was. Anyway, I use two analogies. One is him, right, trying to kick low along the ground, like this. Don't try and lift your leg out. So kick low along the ground. And the other one is, imagine your football stuck underneath the car. Alright? So whichever one makes sense to you, use that. If you're either a football fan or a street football or a street fighter fan, make something up. Alright? So from here, I'll show you why, right? If he follows me with this leg, if I try and lift my leg out, see it's not coming out at all. Same as we saw before, so I'm going to kick out and back. Let's look at that again. So don't join your legs in just how far. So if I kick up, I get stuck in his leg or I stuck in his calf. So here, if he's trying to join his legs, I need to go out and back around like this. See that one more time? So our full movement. Connect your hands as soon as you can. Alright? Notice, guys, my rib cage and my lat is on his ear and on his head. And the chin strap is like just about, can you see that? We're good? We'll beefly headlock his head. Chin strap. 3, 2, 1. So we're going to do 3 options to get a team there, okay? So we're using the pass out. And let's go. They stick, they stay on their sides. They go to their back, or they roll to their knees, and you need to be ready for each one. So we covered the guillotine a little bit before, so I'm not going to go too deep into this, but just to show you like that. I think sometimes, like, you know, you think of guard passing, ABC, but like, you have to be thinking about submitting all the time. And we actually had this chat, I think, in the fast class a couple of times. So like, your job is to make them tap. Right? It's not wrestling. Your job isn't to pin them for 3 seconds. It's a submission game. So go attack the submissions. And out of that, you'll get more positions. Because the guy will be in danger, or obviously you shouldn't be just jumping for just random stuff. You shouldn't be doing like Connor does, which is like just like, hey, what? But if you do, that's not fun. But you do have to focus on position sometimes. But if you are using these like as attacks, think about the good grip you get on the neck here like that. Think about that as like a good over-under or whatever you want to call it. So from here, bring it this way. I hit that guillotine now. Back step out. Here. Nice shallow hand. I'll come around and show you this. It's not point me showing you this here. I think everybody needs to feel the guillotine in this position. And from here, okay, I got my submission here. How does he take the pressure off? He rolls to his back, goes flat to his back, as you said earlier. Okay, pressure's off now. I've got a couple of options. I can go back up north. Sorry, small warning next time, sorry. But from here, what we're going to do, which we did before, either single arm or double arm guillotine. He rolls to his back, puts the pressure on, step to the mount of the guillotine. Okay? Who hasn't seen that? Cool. I'll just come over to you guys. Or, I step to put the pressure on, he grows to his knees. Okay? Alright? Actually, I was just saying, I think this is like a more common guillotine. This is like probably the guillotine from the first one we're doing. I think it's more common than any other guillotine I do, or any other guillotine set I do. Could be the way I do it, but I think it's really common. Really good to try to attack all the time. Comes to his side. 1, tap him here. 2, goes to his back. 3, goes to his knees, take the skate. Are we happy enough? Everyone's welcome. Very good, yeah. I'll come around and have to see it, right? Let's go, 3, 2, 1.